On this episode, we talk all about the referral bonus.
Bonus? Who doesn't like a bonus?
I love bonuses. But when are they appropriate? When should they be asked for? When shouldn't they be?
Yes.
We'll talk about it. Atlas All Access starts now.
From Kirkham at 0450.
Episode 20.
I don't even know how you keep track of that.
It's on there. It's on there.
Oh.
That's
You just look at it before.
I just go to YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel. And
I subscribed the other day.
Did you?
I actually did something you told me to do.
That is shocking that you did that.
I know.
Did that. Yes.
Now if I only would be able to find it now.
Hey, let me show you this too. Like, this is super cool. Like, it took us this long. So if you go to podcasts, and there we are. In the iTunes store.
Awesome.
We are in the iTunes store.
Cool.
So, like, that's legit, right?
I don't know about that.
Okay, you're right. All right, so referral bonuses.
Yes.
This has come up just recently, and I think just recently online, because I live on social media, right?
Yep.
And so, I think it's important to talk about it. When do they apply? When don't they apply? If you just throw your recruiter's name out there, does that apply?
Sure.
Let's talk through that. So first, I think the first thing I wrote down was times have changed. The referral, who you refer is a direct reflection of you.
Correct?
So
Yes, absolutely.
let's take this into our lives right now.
Yep.
Like, if you go someplace shopping, for example. I understand shopping is completely different than your professional career. I get that. But for the sake of argument, let's say we go someplace shopping right now.
Yep.
Right? You're not going to tell me about this place unless they go above and beyond, right?
That is correct.
So, I guess, why would you refer someone to your company if they're not awesome?
Correct. I mean, it totally makes sense our referral bonus comes from, or a referral in its nature comes from, obviously, you doing something good, something right, having a good experience on there.
Yes.
I think there has to be some validity of a good thing happening for them to pass on their name to somebody else on there.
Yep.
100%.
Like a direct one-to-one relationship.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I think what you're saying online is somebody saying, hey, I want to go work for a company. I'm going to do this. Who wants my referral bonus on there? That
was actually number 3 on my list here.
I jumped ahead.
You jumped ahead a little bit. That's okay.
But that's all right.
Right.
I think
you're right.
That's what you're getting at is that's not the intention of a referral bonus per se. And a lot of people say, it's just a ploy to get other people to work for us. Mm-hmm. I think the answer to that, or the answer that I would tell a nurse if they came to me and kind of called me out on, hey, why do you guys pay a big referral bonus on there? Mm-hmm. I go back to, like, we don't mainstream market. No. We don't put commercials together and put them on ABC or NBC or anything like that.
We barely advertise on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. I mean, there's some pages that we put on stuff and those kind of things. But on a job market wide, we don't market like other companies like McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. We just don't do that. Nobody in the industry that I know of do that. So our marketing dollars are spent on different things like referral bonuses, like meet and greets, like, Nurse Week gifts, those kind of things. Those are our way to market to our customers, the end user obviously being the nurse.
Yeah. Well, I'll take it a step further. It goes beyond just kind of that old school TV, advertising, radio, whatever. Like, radio ads for our industry seem silly to me. I just, there's such a small, I understand why radio ads would exist in a market, but a company like us advertising on local radio doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
No, how would you pick that market? I mean, you would reach one or two people. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
There are companies in our market that I've heard, put out radio spiels or TV spiels, but those are trying to get internal employees of recruiters,
okay.
Client managers, obviously office staff, and those kind of things. But other than if you were in a great big market like LA or San Diego or Dallas, I maybe it would work, but I don't see a company that would do that.
No, maybe if they're per diem staff only or whatever, but
yeah, I just don't see that happening.
No. But then take it even one step further into the world we're in now, talking about Facebook videos or Facebook advertising right now. You don't even necessarily advertise on Facebook or any of those other sites like Travel Nurse Source or RNVIP or any of those sites right now, right? I mean, we don't put a ton of money into that either.
Yeah, well, I think there's so many free forums on Facebook.
Yep.
A lot of those things that you can put out there that why would you spend a ton of marketing dollars on that? So that's why we put money into obviously referral bonuses on there.
So now that we're talking about money, the second question I had was, is it really about the money?
I think some people, I would say absolutely. There are some people out there that absolutely just do it for the money. That, hey, come work for my company. I want to get a bonus. And they keep on top of it. I would say there's a lot of travelers out there that I get referrals for. They don't even know that a bonus is coming, or until it shows up on their paycheck, and then they're like, "Hey, why is this extra money on my check?" Well, you sent so and so to come work with me.
That's interesting. So let's say one of your nurses sends you a referral.
Yep.
Okay. Do you don't tell them? Or how does that work, I guess? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, it can work a couple different ways. A lot of times nurses will come to me and say, hey, Adam, this nurse, I spoke with them. They're working with another company. They really want to know what's about Atlas. And so, obviously we have that open communication of their coming. Other times, some nurses, they just don't ever say anything. And, I get it out of the other nurse, the new nurse.
Oh, I see.
Hey, how did you hear about Atlas? Where did they come from? Why, who else are you working with and everything?
Right.
And then obviously I get them placed, and then, I set it up in our system to obviously get that original person that they heard from us paid out after 30 days.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, and I was always kind of curious about that, at least from a recruiter standpoint. I know how it was maybe 5 years ago, 7 years ago, right?
No doubt.
But yeah, interesting. So then let's talk about, we'll come back to why you would refer somebody in your case, but let's talk about that splitting the referral bonus thing. Because we see that all the time online.
Yep.
And it's in some of the probably larger groups, probably.
Yep.
Where it's a kind of shotgun approach.
Yep. It's definitely a shotgun approach. I mean, what I see a lot is, hey, I want to go work for company B, and who works for company B and wants to split a referral bonus with us. And what they're saying is, let's say there's a $1,000 referral bonus. They're basically asking another nurse to get the referral, and then they're going to get half of it back because they came to the company.
Sure.
To me, that's really not what a referral bonus is really out there for.
Yep.
Go work for that company because you want to, on there. At the end of the day, we're going to pay it out one way or the other. It really doesn't matter to us. But in that sense, that's really just using the system, because really that same nurse in 3 months for their next contract, because they want to go to a specific area, is going to pick another company and say the same thing. Hey, I'm going to go work for company C now. Who wants to get a referral bonus?
Right.
And they're using the system for that. So, not really the intention. If you want to turn it into that, I guess you can play that game. But I don't think it's really set up to be like that.
Do you think it happens often?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it happens often. I would say we see it online on the post once in a while, here, there, everywhere.
Sure.
But I don't think it happens very often.
Okay. So then finally, let's get back to the Facebook mentions there, and doesn't necessarily equal a referral?
No, I don't think it necessarily equals a referral on there. I don't think somebody just saying somebody's name should be a referral. Now, I think the difference there is if you say, hey, I went and talked to Dawn, and I saw Dawn post your name.
Mm-hmm.
I called Dawn, or I got in contact with Dawn. I had a conversation. She told me how great your company was, and I want to work with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is great. But just because somebody calls and says, I saw your name posted 15 times on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
hey, just pick one of those names and let's give them a referral bonus.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be some meat and potatoes to the referral on there.
Well, and that's exactly where I wanted it to go, because this came up yesterday in a conversation we had just in a group setting. We're not, from an Atlas standpoint, we're not going to recognize that. I love the mentions on Facebook. I love it.
It's fantastic.
And if you notice, and some people have, every time that comes up, I see it, right?
Yep.
I like I said, I'm on there all the time, and I like every single one of those comments.
Sure.
That is fantastic. Those nurses are taking time out of their day to say, I had a great experience with my recruiter.
Yes.
Or whatever. I love that.
Yep.
Okay? But you're right. That doesn't equal a referral bonus. Now, in your scenario where they find that person, and maybe they work with that person.
Yep.
Let's say you're both working night shift and it's 3:00 in the morning, and that's the person you choose to hang out with on your 15-minute break.
Yep.
Right? That's the person you choose to hang out with for those 15 minutes. That means something.
Yep.
Right? That's the person we want.
Correct.
That equals referral bonus.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Who do you hang out with on your days off?
Yep.
Right? That nurse that from the hospital or the tech or whatever that you choose to spend your personal time with.
Yep.
That's the referral.
Correct.
That's who we want.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That makes it goes back to question one. It's a direct reflection of you.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. And I obviously always ask how did you hear about us?
Sure. Where
Where did you hear about us? And if there's some meat and potatoes there, I want that person to get a referral bonus.
Absolutely.
But, I would say 50% of the time it's people that say, hey, I've been interested in travel nursing for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been following the Facebook blogs and pages and everything. I love it when people say, hey, I've seen your name 3 or 4 times. I've written it down. I put a check mark next to it every time I see it.
Yep.
And I'm reaching out to 5 recruiters right now that I've check marked more than 3 times.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean I don't go back to that person and say, hey, who were those check marks for?
Right.
I want to get them paid out.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't equal a referral bonus.
No. If that's the case, then there's a reason why your name showed up that many times, right?
Correct.
And I have confidence that you're going to beat those other names that have those check marks beside them.
Yep.
Right? And you're gonna show them that will supersede any referral bonus along the way.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I thought about this one for a while, and I really wanted to talk about it. And there's so many other topics that with referral bonuses we didn't even get into.
Yep. No
But-
doubt. No, I think it is an important part to our business, though. 100% important. Like we can't grow as an organization if we don't do the right things and take care of people. So, it's one of those things like we take this seriously. We want people to refer to. We want to take care of people. We want them to have a good experience, and we want them to come back. So,
yep, it's exactly right. You know what I realized earlier as I was rewatching some of these old videos? I say awesome all the time.
yes, we do.
All right.
Yes, we do.
All right.
But we always talk about Atlas Eats too, and I know
Yes.
you have some updates for us.
I'm so excited. So Atlas Eats is coming back next week. We're filming this. We had a group go out to New Mexico.
Yep.
And they brought back. This actually came from Walmart, so you could get it there at Walmart. There's some legit Hatch chili from Hatch, New Mexico. Let's see. These came from Walmart as well. We're going to be eating all of this on pizza and burgers and going through the process. So if you have any pictures of when you've been in New Mexico at all eating anything like this, please send them to us.
That's awesome.
Otherwise, we're gonna film it next week.
Cool.
All right.
You guys have a great week. Thanks so much.
We'll see you next week.